Hello, I'm Courtney. What's up, and welcome to Once Upon a Time episode discussion time. Today I'm going to be discussing episode 15, The Brothers Jones. So I actually did not watch this episode on Sunday because I had to watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding because I saw the sequel yesterday and I hadn't seen the first one, so I was just like, I have to watch the first one obviously before I go to see the sequel. So I watched that instead of Once Upon a Time, and it was really sad, but I made it through, I survived, and I watched it yesterday, and oh my gosh. Let me just say, on Sunday, it was really hard for me to not be on Twitter, because, you know, Twitter is spoiler central, and I literally could not go on Twitter for an hour, or else I was gonna get spoiled on Once Upon a Time, and it was so hard. But this episode, what even, I can't even, it was, And you know what makes it worse? On Easter, you know, it was like stormy and cloudy where I lived. So sometimes when I record stuff on TV, when I watch it, it'll be all messed up and like it will like skip around. So sometimes I won't know what a person will say. That's what happened with my Once Upon a Time episode. So sometimes a person will be talking and then it will skip to a few seconds later and I'm just like, what did you say? But overall, I understood most of the episode, but I was kind of confused, and it kind of sucked that the episode was being glitchy and stuff. I hate it when that happens, and it happens all the time. Why does it always have to be cloudy here? But this episode, man, it was a twist. Like, that end. Wait. I can't believe that happened. If you haven't seen the episode yet and you do not want to be spoiled, I would leave now because you're gonna get spoiled. Like, you need to leave because I'm about to go into spoilers because I need to let out how I feel. So peace out, not spoilers. Okay, so I'm back. So now let's discuss this episode. So in this episode, we meet Killian's older brother, Liam, and I was very conflicted about Liam in the beginning, and then I didn't like him. I didn't like him for like half of the show. And then you get to the end and he's like this such a nice guy and I'm just like, I like you now. But then he left. Now I'm just like, why? But when I think about it, I'm just like, I actually didn't really want you to stay. Like, I am happy that his unfinished business is finished, but I didn't want him to stay with us because, I mean, he was being mean to Emma and I was just like, I don't know if I could see you again. So I'm glad that he left and he's with his crew and going on the ship off to a better place, and it was really nice. But oh my goodness, the whole situation with Liam's death, because Killian didn't know how he died, and I was kind of confused, and that was mainly because my episode was being all weird, but still a little confusing. The whole I've stored thing, I was just like, huh? I don't know if it really matters how he died, but I guess like the important thing was that Liam wasn't actually a hero, even though Killian thought this whole time he was, because Liam made that whole deal with Hades, which was a little confusing. If only my episode wasn't glitching, this would make so much more sense. But no, obviously this episode had to glitch. But it's all okay now because Liam finished his business and he's off to a better place. So I'm happy for him, and it was really nice to see him because Liam just made Killian so happy. Did you see the way Killian would look at him? I was just like, he respects his big brother so much. But then he obviously had to find out the truth, and he was just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he lied to me. And that was sad because Killian respected him so much because he thought he was a hero when he wasn't. Speaking of Killian, oh my goodness, like, I don't even know. I was like conflicted about him too because I was just like, he's siding with Liam. What is this? You're supposed to side with your girlfriend. I understand why Emma and Killian's relationship at first was a little rocky because, you know, he's been in the underworld for a while and Hades messed him up and Hook just can't forgive himself for what's happened, and, you know, Emma would try to help him, but he just didn't want help. So, I mean, understandable, but still, why? I seriously considered for a moment that there was going to be a cancel and breakup, and I was just like, Courtney, don't even think like that. Why are you doing that to yourself? Nuh-uh. no way. But it is a-okay because they did not break up and everything was resolved. And then Hook went back into their house and found her and they kissed and now they're all happy. Another huge thing from this episode was with Henry and the quill, and Henry finds the quill because the quill died. When Henry snaps the quill went to the underworld because it's like a living thing and died. And I just find that so funny. Like a quill can go to the underworld. But he found it and now he's gonna be a hero. And I really liked when he was saying, I don't want to be standing on the sides. I want to do stuff. I want to be the hero. And that's how it usually is, especially in this, when Emma was like, I want you to stand outside, and Henry was just like, what? Just me? Be guard? And she was just like, yeah. And that's something I kind of just realized. Henry is put in that position of just watching because his mothers just want to protect him and he's just a kid. And I want Henry to be a hero because he's a really good person and he could help us out a lot. So I'm really happy that he found the quill. Now the big question is he going to write down on a piece of paper and bring Cruella de Vil back to life? And he did mention that, and he was talking about Cruella de Vil, and then I thought he was going to talk about the whole murder thing, but then it like skipped, so I don't know if that happened or not. And then Emma was saying stuff and I was just like, did you guys talk about her being a murderer or not? And just, why did this episode have to glitch? Oh my goodness, speaking of Cruella de Vil, I loved it when David and Mary Margaret are in the office and then Cruella de Vil comes because she thinks David is his twin brother James, and then she just like gets them all on him and they have wine and they're just talking and just, poor David! What even made it more hilarious was like, they've been in that position for hours and then Cruella de Vil is just like, I know it's you, David. And David's just like, are you kidding me right now? So in these past 2 episodes, people have mentioned that when David and James reunite, it's going to be one heck of a reunion. So something is going to go down because it's been mentioned plenty of times. So something's going to happen. And I wonder what is going to happen. Like, are they going to fight? I mean, they probably are. Oh! I haven't even talked about the thing that Liam had to do for Hades. So, you know, they're looking for the underworld storybook in this, and Hades just like, I need you to find it first before they do and rip out all the stuff about me. And I'm just like, okay, what does this storybook have about you? Like, just that you're the god of underworld. I'm just assuming it's just like basic stuff about him, but there's obviously something bigger about him in the book. Liam finds the book first, rips out the pages about him, and then throws it into the well, and that's when all that Emma and Liam stuff went down, and then there was that whole huge fight, and I was just like, this is too much for me. But in the end, we see Hades go onto his knees to one of the rivers. Which river was that? Like, I feel like I should know this, because, you know, I'm a huge Percy Jackson fan, so I know all about those underworld rivers, you know, but I don't remember an underworld river where you could get letters out of it. Anyway, he reaches down in there and grabs the pages. I actually said letters, but I meant pages. It's the same thing, but he grabs them and he's looking through them, and all of a sudden you see the last one, and it's of him and Selena. Hades, out of all the people ever in Once Upon a Time, is a secret admirer to Selena. Hades got a crush. Hades got a crush on Selena. Really, Hades? You could do better than her. I am so excited to see next week's episode. Just see him be all lovey-dovey and just be so nice towards Selena. Like, I am so excited. Hades having a crush? This is the best thing ever to happen to me. But come on, Hades. You could do better than her. Like, really? Why her? And then something obviously happened between them, because then they find Selena and they're just like, what happened between you and Hades? And my first immediate thought when watching the promo, I was just like, they had a kid. If Selena and Hades had a kid, oh, that kid would be super duper powerful. Like, oh, be a demigod. Oh, snap. Yeah. Please don't let it be a kid. Please don't let it be a kid. Because, oh, that kid would be so powerful. But, oh my goodness, I just can't believe my baby Hades has a crush on her. Why her? But yeah, that, my friends, were my overall thoughts and feels on episode 15 of Once Upon a Time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to watch more future Once Upon a Time episode discussions from me, you can click the subscribe button down below. I'm Courtney, and I'll see y'all next time with a new video episode, so I will see you then. So, goodbye, yo!